All right, so today's date is 4/29/21, and we're gonna do volume. Volume's pretty straightforward, not too complicated. All right, so I'm gonna teach you how to draw a 3D rectangle. So there's a couple ways to do it. This is how I do it. So I'm gonna draw my rectangle like so. So regular rectangle, right? If you have graph paper, it's a little bit easier to draw because you can count the boxes. If you have line paper, it still works. So I'm gonna go from this corner. I'm gonna go 2 boxes to the right and 2 boxes up and draw a dot. So 2 boxes and 2 boxes. If you don't have graph paper, it's just kind of like, okay, like a little finger over and a finger going up. So finger over, finger going up, that's it. And then the same thing here. From this corner, 2 to the right and 2 up. 2 to the right and 2 up. Okay, I have these 2 dots. They're on the same line. We're okay? Now we're going to connect this line or this dot to this dot right here, like so. And then this dot to this corner, like so. And I'm going to connect the 2 new dots together, like so. Then from here, I'm going to go 2 squares down. Maybe 3. 3 squares down. And then I'm going to connect this to this dot right here. Close it up. So from here, went straight down. And then from here, I'm going to go and close it. And there's my 3-dimensional rectangle. Now, don't worry about it if it's not drawn perfectly. It's fine. Somewhat looks like a 3D rectangle. Cool. All right. Now we're going to label it. This is going to be 10 centimeters. This is going to be 8 centimeters. And this going up is going to be 4 centimeters. Okay. These 3 numbers are necessary in order to determine volume. Volume is how much stuff fits inside of it. So it's a 3D shape. So like a water bottle, how much water fits in here in the water bottle? Un momento. Got this Amazon box yesterday. I haven't opened it. So this is a 3D rectangle, right? Volume would be how much stuff can I fit in here? How much sand can go in here, right? That's what volume is. Volume is how much can a 3D shape hold inside. Let it be a rectangular prism, which is what we just did right now, right? Or like a water bottle, right? How much water can this water bottle hold? That would be volume. How much is like my cereal box hold? Things like that. That is what we call volume. Okay, so here, to determine volume, volume is equal to length times width times height. It's one of the easiest formulas ever. And all you have to do is multiply. That's your length, that's your width, and that's your height. Your length, your width, and your height. And all you have to do is just multiply these 3 numbers. 10 times 8 times 4. That's all you have to do. You can use a calculator at the moment to figure out the volume. I'm just going to do 8 times 4 is 32 times 10 is 320. I love tens. Centimeters, now this might be different. Cubed. So when we're dealing with volume, we're actually going to cube it to the power of 3. So area is to the power of 2. Volume is to the power of 3. And then perimeter is just inches or feet. There's no power. And technically there's a power of 1, but we don't write power of 1. Who does that? All right, and then that's it. We're done. Let's do another one. Let's do another rectangle. I'm going to stand this one up like a vertical box. So I'm going to go like a vertical, skinny rectangle. All right. And then I'm going to go 1 over and 2 up, 1 over and 2 up. Make sure these 2 dots are on the same line. Then this is kind of connected to diagonal, diagonal. Connect here. And then I'm going to go straight down and all the way down because this has to connect. Maybe like this. Just sketch it out. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Can you imagine if I give you points based on how perfect your rectangles come out? I should do that. No, I won't, but I should. But I won't, but I should. I should. All right. So we're going to say that the height is 20 feet. It's like a building, a small building, a 1-story. No, yeah. This is going to be 12 feet. And this is going to be, it's like a room. This is going to be, let's say 11 feet. Okay. This is your length. That's your width. And that's your height. How tall is it? It's 20 feet. How wide is it? It's 11 feet. What's the length? Is 12 feet. So volume is equal to length times width times height. So 12 times 11 times 20. You can multiply these numbers any which way you would like. 12 times 11 times 20. So my volume is equal to 2,640. My units were feet. So feet cubed. Feet cubed. Let me double check something before we move on. Okay. All right, are we okay with the rectangular prism? I mean, rectangular prism is pretty straightforward. If you see a rectangle, know that it's easy. Know that it's extremely easy. Surface area, not surface area. Volume is extremely easy. If you want to learn about surface area, check out the YouTube video that I linked up in Canvas. That does take some time to teach. I'll teach it to you after the math. But if you can't wait, check out that YouTube video. All right, now let's do a new shape. This one's called, I like the name, triangular prism. It's a 3D triangle. A 3D triangle. All right. You're going to start off with a triangle. Give yourself some room on the top to make a 3D. So you start with a triangle, basic triangle. Do you guys know the words scalene, equilateral, isosceles? Do you guys know those words? All right. Okay. Now for this one, you're from the top, and you're kind of going to go on a diagonal to the back, kind of like this. And then this line kind of goes down at a diagonal, kind of like following this, the same slant, same angle that this is, kind of go follow it. Kind of creating like a crayon type of thing. And then here to here. There it is. So I draw this line first, and then I draw this line second, which is at the same angle as this one, and then I connect. Again, it's not a big deal if you don't do it correctly. Like, I'm okay with it. All right. Now, the volume of a triangular prism is a little different. It's a little bit more complicated, but not really. You're going to find the area of the triangle. So how do I find the area of a triangle? Wait, but I'm doing volume. You need the area. How do I find the area of a triangle? Oh, area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. This is what we call the area of a triangle, right? This part right here is the area of the triangle. So once you have the area of your triangle, you're going to multiply it by the height of your prism. So this is the height of my prism. Right now, it's kind of like laying down. It's tired and wants to take a nap like some of you are right now. This is your height of your triangle. This is your base. And this part's your height because it has to make a 90-degree angle. Now, I know that in a previous year, you guys have learned about the area of triangles. And I think we went over at the beginning of the school year. So to find the area of a triangular prism, a 3D triangle, you would find the area of the triangle part, and then you would multiply it by the big height. It's very similar to the rectangular prism. You have a height, and then you multiply it by the area of the base shape. All right, so let's draw another one so we can actually do the math on this one. Boom. Oh, you see, it's not perfect. It's okay. It's okay. All right, we're going to say this is, the height is 10 inches. The base is 8 inches. And the height of your triangle part is 6 inches. So volume equals base times height divided by 2 times the big H. Call it the big H because it's a big height. So my base is 8 times my height is 6 divided by 2 times 10. So we're going to do this part first. 8 times 6 is 48 divided by 2 times 10. All right, magic calculator time. 48 divided by 2 times 10. So my volume is equal to 240 inches cubed. Now it looks hard, and it's like, wow, it's a complicated shape. It's 3D, but you just have to take it one step at a time. This part, you guys learned maybe in elementary school, the area of a triangle, just base times height divided by 2. Then this is the only thing I'm adding to that. I'm adding, hey, can you multiply by the height? Oh, this number? Yeah. Oh, I can do that. And then you just plug in your numbers, and you can use a calculator. No one's stopping you. All right, let's do maybe una más. Triangle part. Triangle. I tend to only draw these because these are the, actually, can I draw one with a right angle? Okay. There's that one. So draw this one. This one has the 90-degree on it. If you do the other one, cool, practice. But this one has a 90-degree angle, which is called a right triangle. We're going to go with, this one is 15 feet. This one is 8 feet and 8 feet. Does anybody know what we call a triangle that has 2 equal sides? 2 equal sides? We call that a scalene. No, isosceles. Call that an isosceles triangle, 2 equal sides. All right, so let's do this. Volume is equal to base times height divided by 2 times the height. All right, I made it easy for you. This is your base. This is your height. So base is 8 times 8 divided by 2 times the 15. 8 times 8, 64 divided by 2 times 15. I don't know what that is. Grab my calculator. Let's smudge it. 64 divided by 2 is 32 times 15. 480 feet cube. You might get a multiple choice question, and the answers are all 480. And the only difference in all of those answers is the units. It's like, did you use the correct units? So you got to make sure that when you're talking about volume, no matter what shape it is, you put a cube on it. So a little tiny 3. Area, we put a little tiny 2. Area, we put a little tiny 2. Volume, we put a little tiny 3. All right. Now, if I were going to torture you, I would teach you volume of a cylinder, but I don't feel like torturing you today. Not today. We'll stick with these two shapes.